fue un elevado, sino que una línea, y pudo cazar el lanzamiento que estaba en la esquina bajita y de afuera de la zona de strike.
Defensivamente tiene Chris Sale detrás de él, a Mauricio Dubón en el izquierdo, Michael Harris el segundo en el central, Michael Scressi en el derecho. Acuña está fuera de acción el día de hoy. Primera base Matt Olson, segunda base Ozzy Albies, campo corto Hassan Kim, héroe de anoche, y Austin Riley en tercera base con Drake Baldwin detrás del home. Freddie Freeman, primer lanzamiento, roletazo a segunda base, rebote alto para Albies y lo eliminó. El 4-3, ambos zurdos hicieron swing temprano al primer lanzamiento, ambos zurdos retirados igual por la intermedia. Un hombre con a bordo, 0 para los Dodgers y los Bravos.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D, the ultimate second screen experience. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $5.99 per month.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
It's the baby. It's your first baby. It's pretty incredible standing here among all of our guys. This is why this has all happened. It's a tough game, obviously, the way they came from behind. We kind of regrouped during the rain delay, and this group never quits, just like they had just said.
That's Joe Madden after the Chicago Cubs won the 2016 World Series. Catch the next great moment on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
The 1-0 pitch, watching, it's a high fly ball to Landro. This is it. Landro waiting and waiting. He's got it. The Los Angeles Dodgers have just about done the impossible. Lasorda throws his hat away, runs out with his hands and arms held high in the air to grab Steve Garvey.
Listen to the game's next unforgettable call right here on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco.
Corto en sus días, con su equipo en buena posición ahora mismo, con 4.5 de ventaja sobre Filadelfia amaneciendo. Tiene bateando primero aquí a Drake Baldwin, detrás del Ozzy Albies, y luego Matt Olson contra Yoshinobu el Samurai Yamamoto.
Que tiene un récord de 12 victorias, 7 derrotas, una efectividad de 2.61 y ya está listo para ese primer lanzamiento.
Aquí lo recibe Baldwin, que batea 2.74, ha tenido tremenda serie.
Sí.
Ha pegado 21 cuadrangulares, 65 remolcadas. Además, en la serie tiene de 8-5 con par de dobles. El Samurai preparado ya. Lanzamiento. Batazo al derecho profundo. Y así de rápido, 1-0. Bravos.
Es la primera carrera que los Bravos le anotan a Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Ahora, hasta este tercer encuentro se tardaron. Llevaba 10 entradas donde no le anotaban carrera. Y aquí, pues, le hace daño con un solo lanzamiento.
Está caliente ya con su sexto hit en 9 turnos. Baldwin, su jonrón número 22, el volcado número 66.
Bueno, se lo dejó en el mismo medio ese lanzamiento, José, y él pues lo aprovechó totalmente, ese splitter.
Jonrón número 16 que permite el año Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Batear viene Ozzy Albies. Esta parte baja de la primera entrada es traída a ustedes por Uniqlo, patrocinador oficial de los Dodgers de Los Ángeles. Es la tercera vez que se enfrenta a estos Bravos. Ya lo ha hecho siempre aquí Yamamoto. Como mencionó Carlos, no había permitido carrera contra ellos en toda su historia, que aunque corta, pues exitosa en 10 entradas, 5 hits permitidos, llegando al día de hoy con 9 ponches. Batea Albies, lanzamiento, esto otra vez alta la curva. Había lanzado contra ellos, primera vez fue acá el 16 de septiembre 2024, 4 entradas en 0. Y luego el 2 de mayo 2025 aquí en Atlanta, 6 entradas con un solo hit, sin carreras y 6 ponches. No pudo parar ahí, 2-1 el conteo para Ozzy Albies.
Me llama mucho la atención, empezó con 2 curvas. Yamamoto, algo que utiliza solamente el 12% de su repertorio.
Un lanzamiento importantísimo para él. Establecerlo temprano, encontrar el sentimiento y también el punto de salida. Foul para atrás de parte de Albies, que batea 2.55, 20 jonrones para el pequeño. 67 remolcadas, solamente pequeño de estatura, el poder está ahí.
Y está de 2-0 en contra de Yamamoto con un ponche. Y vamos a ver que las muestras en contra de Yamamoto van a ser pequeñas con esta alineación.
En 2-2 se prepara el Samurai. Ha abierto el lanzamiento, split finger, 90 millas por hora. Ha utilizado mejor su split finger, recta de dedos separados en ambas partes del home. Tanto fuera contra derechos y zurdos. Trabajando en el mismo medio de la placa. Lanzamiento. Abanica es ponchado. Pudo explotar por ahí un pedacito débil y poncha a Ozzy Albies primera.
Hay que establecer esa recta y muy bien. También colocada en la parte de abajo de la zona de strike, pero no le puede llegar Ozzy Albies.
Detrás del home tiene como catcher a Ben Rorbett. Primera base Freddie Freeman, segunda base Miguel Rojas. Shortstop Mookie Betts. Mientras que aquí Matt Olson saca el caso allá a su contraparte en primera base, la fildea Freeman. Le pasa a Yamamoto cubriendo, retirado del 3-1 Matt Olson, el hombre de los 37 cuadrangulares, ya de 2 outs.
Y qué bueno que fue solamente un lanzamiento porque ya Ozzy Albies lo había trabajado, pero con ese también cuadrangular, con un solo lanzamiento, pues se puede decir que hasta ahora le está saliendo económico el partido a Yamamoto.
Nada nuevo para Yamamoto, no olvidemos aquella tremenda serie de campeonato el año pasado contra Milwaukee. Jackson Churio lo estrenó a sí mismo y tiró partido completo. Esperemos que se repita la historia. Cantado strike, ahí está la curva que necesita, Carlos, te digo, encontrarla temprano. Un lanzamiento muy importante en echar para atrás al bateador.
Sí, es deceptivo también. Ahí cuando se echa para atrás es por eso, porque no la puede.
Tengo una línea de flow, segunda base captura por allá Rojas. Y se acabó la entrada, pero el jonrón de Baldwin, su número 22. Por los Bravos arriba, una entrada completa, 1-0.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is painting the black. Do you know what it means? Painting the black. When the pitcher throws the ball over the edge of the plate. While home plate itself is white, it's bordered by a black beveled edge, which is usually covered by dirt.
Painted the black with a knuckle curve for a cold strike 3.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
He sets the kick and the pitch. He struck him out. Rigetti has pitched a no-hitter. Dave Rigetti has pitched a no-hitter. He strikes out Boggs for the final out of the ball game. And the Yankees pour on the field to congratulate Dave Rigetti.
Listen to the game's next unforgettable call right here on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Guess which baseball player or manager is at the plate?
Just trying to stay on that pitch, and once I took the changeup 2-1 or 1-2, whatever it was, I knew he was going to come with his heater. It's his best pitch, so just tried to take the best swing I could and was able to do damage with it.
That's Bryce Harper after smacking an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in Game 5 of the 2022 NLCS. Catch the next great moment on the MLB app and MLB.com.
La posibilidad del cáncer de pulmón da miedo, especialmente si eres uno de los aproximadamente 8 millones de fumadores anteriores y actuales con alto riesgo. Salvatupulmón.org te informa que ahora hay una nueva tomografía de baja dosis que puede detectar el cáncer de pulmón.
Hasta acá contra los Dodgers, Chris Sale, que hizo un total de 9 lanzamientos solamente en la primera entrada. Yamamoto hizo 10. Ambos tiraron 7 strikes. Y la batalla ya comenzó. Vamos a ver, los Dodgers aprovechan lo que es un error de alguien, pues, como Sale, y lo pueden descifrar acá temprano.
Sí, ahora viene Teoscar Hernández al bate y con lo que hizo allá en el jardín izquierdo, uno se olvida que ayer se fue de 3-2 y hizo también tremenda jugada defensiva en el jardín izquierdo después.
Excelente corrido hacia atrás, contra la pared para Teo. Batea los 48, 11 cuadrangulares. Lanzamiento es cantado strike, 44 remolcadas para Teoscar Hernández. Se envasó 3 veces anoche. Contra Chris Sale. De por vida Teoscar tiene de 25. Y le ha sacado cuadrangular. Lanzamiento del zurdo. Es bola. Buena velocidad, Carlos. Y a través de los años se pensaba en el tamaño y falta de libras de Chris Sale, pero qué gran corazón.
Sí, qué gran brazo también, esa extensión que tiene ese brazo deceptivo también.
Ya con 37 años, foul para atrás. El hombre que estuvo el último out contra los Dodgers en la Serie Mundial, ponchando a Manny Machado allá 2018. Con su uniforme de Boston y su compañero Mookie Betts en el terreno. 1 y 2 para Teóscar, detrás de él Miguel Rojas y luego Alex Call. Marica indeciso, el swing es ponchado con lanzamiento rompiente en la parte de afuera. Un out.
Sí, después de que lo estaba tratando a son de rectas, ahí pues engañó totalmente a Teóscar Hernández para poncharlo.
Lo que decíamos, tiene que decidir temprano quién es, y sigue todavía como esa confusión de parte de Teo. Miguel Rojas viene a bater acá, que lo ha hecho muy pero muy bien contra zurdos. Bateador derecho, Rojas un turno como emergente en esta serie. Batea 310 con sus 3 honrones contra zurdos. Ha remolcado 18 carreras. Estamos en la segunda entrada, 1-0 Atlanta. Juego número 3, Dodgers rumbo a Detroit después de este elevado flojo al medio del diamante. El segunda base, Albi, se quedó por allá. Hay 2 outs, bien tirado Rojas, a batear viene Alex Call.
Bueno, si sigue así, este juego vamos a ver largas aperturas por parte de ambos lanzadores abridores.
Por eso decimos, si el juego sigue así de rápido, ojalá que la aeronave haya llegado a tiempo y que no haya que esperarla.
Pero
si no, pregúntale, Fred. Aquí ya hay 2 outs en la segunda entrada. Honrón de Baldwin. Abriendo el juego contra Yamamoto, marca la diferencia, cantado el strike para Alex Hall, para que batea 261. Y lo sigue haciendo muy bien. De 12-5 sus últimos 5 juegos, con 2 remolcadas. Bateador derecho, Alejandro Yamada. Lanzamiento es cantado el strike. Call. De 2-0 de por vida contra Chris Sale. Ya está en 0-2.
Con una base por bola y también un ponche en contra de él. Y aquí vemos Sale, pues se está poniendo al frente en todos los turnos.
Está trabajando rapidísimo, utilizando magistralmente también el conteo del reloj. Ya se prepara el zurdo en 0-2. Rompiente adentro, le pegó. Es golpeado, eso sí que hace mucho, pero mucho Chris Sale con ese lanzamiento rompiente. 11 bateadores ya ha golpeado este año.
Especialmente con alguien como Cole, que tiene rapidez y esa amenaza cuando llega a primera base, amenaza de robo, obviamente.
Lo rozó apenas en el pie de atrás. Quique Hernández aquí viene a batear. Quique buscando ritmo, obviamente. Ha recibido Carlos juego esporádico. Difícil tú meterte en un ritmo, pero Quique sabe qué hora es. Él sabe lo que se necesita de él, como él tiene que mantenerse preparado. Lanzamiento es cantado el strike. El mismo Quique le ha pegado 2 hits en 9 turnos de por vida, incluyendo un doblete a Chris Sale. Ha jugado apenas 18 encuentros, batea 2.35 con 2 cuadrangulares y 5 remolcadas. Hombre en primera base. Foul, va contra la malla. En cuanto a robos, este año ha permitido 7 robos. Chris Sale con él lanzando, han atrapado al corredor 2 veces, pero la temporada pasada permitió 23 bases robadas. Y me encanta esa evolución, Carlos, de un veterano que dice, ese departamento tengo que mejorarlo, pues vamos a mejorarlo.
Lo voy a concentrar ahí, en esa debilidad. Y eso yo creo que lo que hace alguien como Chris Sale, detallista.
Nunca satisfecho. 0-2, hombre en primera base, aquí batea Quique. En primera corre Call. Tu lanzamiento, no expandió la zona ahí Quique.
Buenos ojos parte de Quique. Parece que le han caído bien esos anteojos que ahora está utilizando.
Dodgers 1-4 contra los Bravos este año. El año pasado ganaron 5 de 6. Quique bate octavo detrás del catcher Ben Robert. Lanzamiento de Sale. Recta cantado de strike, 98 millas. 3 ponches para el veteranísimo. Un hombre golpeado no le hace daño. Vamos a la parte más de la segunda entrada en Atlanta.
Are you ready to take a swing at Base Balderdash? Today's phrase is cup of coffee. Do you know what it means? Cup of coffee. A short time spent by a minor leaguer in the major leagues. Just enough time for a proverbial cup of coffee.
Back in the big leagues for the first time since a cup of coffee in 2022.
Expand your vocabulary with the MLB app and MLB.com.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D, the ultimate second screen experience. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $5.99 per month.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com. Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Swing and a drive to deep left field. Back goes Castro. It is gone. The
Royals.com/promociones.
Parte complementaria de la segunda entrada acá en Atlanta. El preciosísimo complejo de viviendas, hoteles y plazas comerciales
y construcciones nuevas también.
Acá en Truist Park, una tremenda entrada. Recursos y fuentes para los Bravos. Quinto bate, Michael Harris, el segundo, viene a batear acá contra Yoshinobu. Lanzamiento para Alex Bola. Este bateador zurdo peligroso, aunque la serie lleva de 7-1, ¿cómo es que él no ha hecho más daño? Yo me pregunto, porque parece que está metido en todo, Carlos.
Definitivamente, gran trabajo que ha hecho con el bate, también con el guante.
Sí, señor. Lanzamiento, foul, la pelota rodando hacia el círculo de espera. Harris batea quinto, llegó bateando el día de hoy, 2.91, 21 cuadrangulares, 72 revolcadas. Detrás de él el designado Lane Thomas y luego Mike Yastrzemski. Yamamoto, 10 lanzamientos, primera entrada, 7 de strike. Ya se prepara el Samurai. Lanzamiento adentro, pero pasó al bate, confirma en tercera base Eric Backus.
Lo confundió con ese cutter. De 3-1 está en contra de Yamamoto con una base por bola Harris.
Excelente picheo ahí de parte de Yoshinobu. Contra la recta adentro, cuidado, que es un lanzamiento ideal para él. Cuando está adelante en conteo le batean solamente 150 y se prepara otra vez. Cantado el strike, un sinker a 95 millas, lo dejó congelado. Es el primero de esa segunda entrada y segundo ponche para Yoshinobu.
Bueno, aprovecharon la primera entrada que tiene una efectividad de 3.91 en primeras entradas Yamamoto en este año. En la segunda entrada tiene 0.76 de efectividad Yamamoto.
La oposición le batea 146 cuando se trata de la recta adentro a Yoshinobu. Lane Thomas saca foul por la derecha. Aficionados de los Dodgers, voten por el Cookies and Cream Cold Brew. Completo su cuadro de Ballpark Bites para tener la oportunidad de ganar boletos y probar estos bocados dentro del estadio. No es necesario realizar ninguna compra, pero consulten las reglas y voten en mlb.com/bracket. 1-1 strike para Lane Thomas, el designado. Tiene de 5-1 en esta serie. Lo hemos visto como emergente un par de veces. Y jugando la defensa, batea 232. Lanzamiento es bola, no por mucho. Hay que comparar también, Carlos, el día de hoy. ¿Qué tan agresivo va a ser Robert comparado con lo que hemos de Feducha? Que Feducha cuando reta está muy pero muy seguro, muy certero.
Sí, y además pues ha jugado más Feducha que Robert.
Manica y falla. Otro punto es los receptores de ligas menores. Conoce el sistema hace mucho tiempo.
Están más familiarizados.
Mucho tiempo. Aquí el conteo en 2-2 para el bateador Lane Thomas. 1-0, Atlanta arriba. Honró en la primera entrada, el primer lanzamiento de Drake Baldwin abriendo el juego. Enterrado el lanzamiento. Robert, obviamente, pues muy pero muy conocido por cada miembro de esta rotación del staff de el bullpen. Hoy, como ya se anunció, pues Seth Halverson reemplaza a Rocky Sasaki. Esa ampolla más seria de lo que se pensaba El ardor, Carlos, es una cosa difícil con esas ampollas. Foul, además de que como es parte de la piel que se te engruesa, ¿verdad? Y cuando entonces, como si se craquea, que se le haga un abierto, ya una cortada es una cosa a veces que no deja de molestarte. Lo mejor es ahora darle tu tiempo a Sasaki y que se recupere bien. 3-2 para Thomas. Batazo saltarín, tercera base, ahí fildeando Quique, va a primera, ha abierto el tiro, Freddy Freeman, buen trabajo, expandiéndose él, saliendo de la almohadilla y topándolo en la corrida por allá a Lane Thomas en pasada, 2 outs.
Sí, porque el tiro de Quique un poco errático, no fue directamente a la almohadilla, tiene que salir de la almohadilla y encuentra el paso antes de que la pise él, ahí al bateador, y ahí Lane Thomas sale de out.
En cuanto a roletas, van par de ellas ahora para Yamamoto, induciendo un 47% de batazos en tierra. Eso va a traer a Mike Yastrzemski, bateador zurdo. Bate a 2.29, 9 cuadrangulares, 34 remolcadas, preciosa curva de strike de parte de Yamamoto contra Yastrzemski. En la serie tiene un hit en 4 turnos de 2-1, con carrera anotada anoche. Yamamoto con su marca en 12 ganados y 7 perdidos. Ya se prepara otra vez. Es cantado el strike, recta de 4 costuras a 96 millas.
Y que esté aquí Yastrzemski en el jardín derecho también a la defensiva, eso quiere decir que se le está dando el día a Ronald Acuña Jr.
Que no le ha ido muy bien esta serie tampoco.
No, solamente un hit.
Y Yamamoto hoy dijo, mejor hoy no. La línea, rebote a tercera base, fildea a Quique, bien colocado. Esta vez el tiro a primera base, más alineado, se hace el lado del 5-3. Buena entrada para Yoshinobu. Y se van los Bravos. Vamos a la tercera entrada en Atlanta.
It's time to step up to the plate to see if you can guess which baseball player or manager said the following.
It was a big moment for us. You know, we had to win 3 games. If we knew we had to win 3 games, we were going to have a real chance at winning this thing. And we came back here 2 games, down 2 games, and we were able to accomplish what we had to accomplish.
That's Ozzie Smith after his walk-off home run in Game 5 of the 1985 NLCS. Catch the next great moment on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Alex back in the box, taps the plate, points the bat at the pitcher, and waits. The 3-2. Swing and a drive down the left field line. This one's got a chance. Curling, gone! It's gone! Alex Gonzalez has done it in the bottom of the 12th inning in Game 4, and the Marlins have tied this series at 2 games apiece.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Are you ready to round the bases with Base Balderdash? Today's phrase is pickle. Do you know what it means? Pickle, a rundown. William Shakespeare is thought to be the first to use the idiom in a pickle, like a cucumber sitting in a vinegary brine for days on end.
The Cubs have the lead in Horner. In a pickle, they call him out.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com. Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco.
Primero y segundo para el dirigente Dave Roberts. Ben Rorbit, que no ha jugado en esta serie como bateador. Ya entró defensivamente. Detrás de él, Shohei Ohtani. Y luego Tommy Edman contra el estelar zurdo Chris Sale.
Creo que es hora de también apoyar ofensivamente a Yoshinobu Yamamoto, algo que no sucede cuando está en el montículo.
Hay una coincidencia que no se extraña para nadie en ese tipo de situación. Lanzamiento. Es que cuando Yamamoto picha se enfrenta a los aces.
Exacto.
Y con aces, obviamente, pues tiene que lanzar bien y buscar algo de respaldo. Es cantado el strike para Ben Rorbert. Batea 150 en el año con 3 hits en 20 turnos. Ahí está el segundo bateador zurdo contra zurdo. Sale contra Dodgers. De por vida, 1 ganado y 3 perdidos. 5.65 efectividad en 6 partidos y 5 como abridor. Le encanta lanzar acá en este estadio contra cualquiera. Amanica y se va rápido con un rompiente slider a 80 millas. Primera out y ya el ponche número 4 para Chris Sale.
La tercera entrada es traída a ustedes por Budweiser. Por 150 años, esta Bud es para ti. Y quédese en sintonía que ya viene el informe de resultados de las Grandes Ligas, un patrocinio de tiros handmade vodka.
10 veces todo estrella. Pero también tiene 3 derrotas consecutivas llegando al día de hoy. Lanzamiento para Ohtani es rompiente, es bola. Ohtani le hizo su primer lanzamiento, retiró el segunda base del 4-3 a Shohei. 30 cuadrangulares, 80 remolcadas, batea 2.87. En la serie, 3 hits en 11 turnos. Swing y lo falla, 5.97 millas. De por vida Shohei.
Muy efectivo Sale, verdaderamente en todo lo que va del partido hasta ahora.
Ahora de 12-3 contra Sale con un doblete. Ya se prepara otra vez Sale. Descolgado el swing y falla otra vez.
Ese slider lo engañó totalmente, lo fue a buscar y no lo encontró, estaba fuera de la zona de strike alto.
Entonces ponte a pensar lo mucho que tiene el día de hoy la rotación horizontal. Entonces la velocidad y diferencia entre 97 y 80 millas por hora. Foul, le quiso acelerar el swing, saca foul, Ohtani contra esa recta a 100 millas por hora, así como lo escuchó. A los 37 años, 100 millas por hora.
Y qué bueno que ha estado activo todo el año, porque sabemos que ha tenido también problemas de lesiones en su carrera.
1-2. Rompientes afuera. Bueno, una vez que ya el equipo de Boston dijo, ya no le queda mucho.
Qué equivocado estaban, ¿eh?
Y con contrato jugoso, pues pasó un par de temporadas donde no pudo participar. Y él mismo se sintió incómodo. Y hasta avergonzado lo dijo. En 2-2. América es ponchado de 100 millas a 81 millas. Rompiente se poncha Shohei. Y ya un total de 5 ponches para Chris Sale. Da 2 outs aquí en la tercera entrada.
Eso es un crimen, esa diferencia en cuanto a velocidades se refiere. Y hablando de Chris Sale, sale de Boston en el 2024, gana su Cy Young.
Entonces otra cosa es, hablando de él y su Cy Young, tiene también guante de oro, tiene triple corona, tiene líder de efectividad de todo. Es como tú mencionabas que le está quitando su slider, pero no le está tirando bajito todavía. Todavía está pasando cerca de la zona de strike a la cintura del bateador zurdo. Pero esa separación es una cosa pues mortal. Tommy Edman se ponchó tirándolo en su primer turno y ya rápidamente aquí está en serie 2. Edman a Miguel bateando a la derecha. En la serie tiene 3 hits en 9 turnos, incluyendo un importantísimo cuadrangular el día de ayer. 33 partidos en segunda, 6 en tercera base, 9 en el izquierdo y ahora también jugando el central. Fuera de acción el día de hoy, Kyle Tucker. Lanzamiento. Avani que se lo llevó rapidísimo, 99 millas. Está cortante el zurdo, ponchado 4 consecutivos. Y se van los Dodgers aquí en la tercera entrada. Atlanta ganando 1-0.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best.
Let's go!
Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D, the ultimate second screen experience. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $5.99 per month.
Guess who said the following?
Once I caught it, I didn't know Bryce made it around second. I thought he was halfway, and I just had to get it in before he got there. But I guess everybody was in the right spot, right time, and made the play to end it.
That's Michael Harris II, after his amazing leaping catch double play to seal the victory in Game 2 of the 2023 NLDS. Catch the next great moment on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Do you know the following baseball slang? Today's phrase is gopher ball. Do you know what it means? Gopher ball. a pitch that is hit for a home run. It's an alteration of a pitch that will...
Entradas por salida a Yamamoto.
Muy importante ese cuadrangular de Drake Baldwin. En un encuentro como este, con estos dos haces difíciles de que la anoten carrera.
Parte va la tercera entrada. Austin Riley, Ha-Seong Kim y Drake Baldwin contra Yoshinobu. Llega el Samurai con 24 lanzamientos, 17 de strike. Lanzamiento es otro strike más y van 18 en 25 lanzamientos.
Este informe de resultados de las grandes ligas es un patrocinio de Tito's Handmade Vodka, el vodka original de los Estados Unidos. Tito's Handmade Vodka hecho a mano.
El día de hoy, acción limitada, pero importante. Riley batea 2.22 con 15 cuadrangulares, 61 remolcadas.
Dos encuentros ya han terminado. Los Nacionales de Washington 7-1 le ganan a Colorado, mientras que San Luis 7-5 le ganan a Baltimore.
Preparado en una bola de strike aquí Yoshinobu. Poquitito afuera ese lanzamiento. Imagínate en Japón, tú seres más valioso múltiples veces y ganar 3 premios de Sawamura Award, que es el equivalente al Cy Young. 3 veces.
Sí.
Lo logró Yamamoto. Aquí está en 2-1. Swing y fallo. Buen lanzamiento de Split Finger, 92 millas.
Muy fuera por la zona straight, pero sale totalmente engañado. Lo que me gusta a mí y me llama mucho la atención de Yamamoto es la durabilidad. Y sus salidas de calidad. Es líder en todas grandes ligas.
Un total de 18 salidas de calidad, que empata su marca del año pasado.
Y no ha terminado el año.
Dentro casi le pega ese lanzamiento de recta 4 costuras ahí a Riley.
Yo creo que lo vio muy cómodo. Hizo que se incomodara un poquito ahí cuadrado en la caja de bateo.
Lo importante aquí es el juego del gato y ratón. Fue un lanzamiento con propósito de expandir afuera o irá a repetir adentro. Yamamoto no tiene temor de hacer eso. Ya se prepara en 3-2. Foul, vino con recto otra vez a 96 millas. Última apertura de Yamamoto. El derecho de 28 años, nativo de Bizen en Japón. Fue contra los Piratas. No tuvo decisión, partido que se fue a extra innings. 6 entradas, 1/3, permitió 5 hits y 2 carreras limpias. Golpeó a 2, una base y ponchó a 9. Foul para atrás otra vez.
Protegiendo ahí muy bien Riley la caja de bateo en contra de Yamamoto y sacándole poquito a poquito lanzamientos. Y fue otra salida de calidad la última de Yamamoto, que se va sin decisión. Al igual que Sales, la última fue también en contra de Milwaukee, salida de calidad.
En 3-2. Abanika es ponchado, se lo llevó también.
¿Qué esquina no tiró ahí Yamamoto en ese turno al bate? Le fue adentro y de ahí lo termina con ese lanzamiento bajito y afuera.
Recta de 2 separados, Split Finger excelentemente ejecutado ahí la recta adentro con el propósito cumplido. Una hora aquí en la tercera entrada, Atlanta ganando 1-0 gracias a jonrón al primer lanzamiento del catcher, primer bate Drake Baldwin. Lanzamiento que cruzó ahí el swing. Es Son Kim, el héroe del día de ayer con tantas rectas. El swing donde lo tenía, te explicaba después del juego, Carlos, porque ese swing era ideal para que no se le tirara ahí recta. Y lo admitió el mismo Tanner Scott. Elevado por la izquierda, la pelota se va abriendo de foul.
Antes de Baldwin y el cuadrangular que le conectó a Yamamoto, el único en esta alineación que había conectado cuadrangular a Yamamoto es Ha-Seong Kim.
Y como no lo hizo con los Bravos, esa carrera no contó como Bravo.
Exacto, cuando estaba con San Diego creo que fue.
Exacto. Lanzamiento en 0-2, el tazo fuerte que se va a ir al jardín izquierdo. Este hombre tenía de 30-0 y tenía llegando al día de hoy de 77-6, batero 0-78. Bueno, contra los Dodgers esta serie de 2-2 para Ha-Seong Kim.
Y en contra de Yamamoto de 5-3, le batea 500.
Eso se han visto allá, muchos se vieron en Asia y por cierto que en contra uno del otro cuando jugaban Corea contra Japón, también el Clásico Mundial de Béisbol. A batear viene Drake Baldwin, jonrón número 22 del año, comenzando el encuentro de hoy. Abanika y falla, recta cortada para él. Esta serie sigue incontenible de 9-6, con par de dobles, jonrón y 3 remolcadas para Baldwin. El novato del año. Bateador zurdo, hombre en primera base. Ahí está Kim, que corre muy bien. Lanzamiento es adentro. El partido 1-0. Dodgers con un hit. Es de Mookie Betts. Los Bravos con 2 hits. Honrón de Baldwin y sencillo ahora de Ha-Seong Kim. Que no es Ha-Seong Kim, es de los Dodgers, que está en AAA.
Sí.
Que sí fueron también compañeros para el equipo de Corea. Adentro, lanzamiento para Baldwin, esperando turno Ozzie Albies.
No, y también hay que recordarse pelotazo que recibió Cole de parte de Sale, y así también se le envasa a Sale. Y como quiera que se le envase, vale, ¿eh?
Todo. Una carrerita ahora la diferencia. Se prepara Yamamoto. Batazo por primera base, foul. Cantó allá en primera base Lázaro Díaz. La afición no se da cuenta. El tiro de Freddie Freeman le golpeó sin querer por allá a Kim. La afición, a su buen amigo y querido hijo, lo estaba buchando.
Sí. Gracias a Dios que no tiró fuerte. O sea, y ahí se abrazan cuando llega Kim a la primera base. Fue de globito así porque ya sabía que era foul. No contaba para nada, pero ya tenía la inercia yéndose hacia segunda base.
Apunta cuántas veces va a salir eso en todos lados el día de hoy. Y más en redes sociales.
Yo espero que también incluyan el abrazo.
Hace finta primera base, regresa Kim, que tiene un robo en un intento. Ha jugado solamente en 33 encuentros con Ha-Seong Kim. Corredor muy astuto. Muchos problemas de salud recientemente para él. Y se abre bastante en primera. Ya se va para segunda, lanzamiento es bola, tiro a segunda, le robó todo el tiempo a Yamamoto. Lo tenía calculado perfectamente, se abrió lo último y ahí está. Otra base robada también de los Bravos en esta serie contra el picheo de los Dodgers y los catchers.
Bastante agresivos en las bases y parece que conoce muy bien a Yamamoto, no solamente cuando está en la caja de bateo, sino cuando está en primera base, porque la verdad yo creo que se la robó fue a Yamamoto esa base.
Cada base que se ha robado aquí Atlanta ha sido a los lanzadores, comenzando con Glasnow. En segunda ahora está Kim. Hay solamente un out. Foul, apenas hizo contacto ahí el bateador.
Buen turno de Baldwin hasta ahora en contra de Yamamoto.
Yamamoto, llegando al 12 de mayo, tenía marca de 3 ganados y 3 perdidos. Efectividad en 3.60. Y muchos decían, ya la liga se ajustó a él. Ya la liga, de repente, desde el 18 de mayo, efectividad 2.12 y marca de 9-4. Él se ajustó a la liga más. Abanica es ponchado con furia. Le hizo ese lanzamiento ahí, retando a Baldwin. Hay 2 outs aquí en la tercera entrada. Hombre en segunda para Ozzie Albies.
Hablando de ajustes. La particularidad también de Yamamoto es que hace ajustes dentro del partido y dentro también de un turno al bate.
Habilidad de leer swings, que es importante hoy día con tanta información y logísticas. Foul, la pelota en el área del home de parte de Albies, un descolgado, tiene un ponche en un turno el día de hoy. Punto importante, Carlos, porque es que no todo es predecible, además de que hay mucha información que es ya acumulada, que no se aplica a la situación en el momento el día de hoy. Es un historial, claro, tiene validez, absolutamente que sí, pero no dice que se va a repetir. Foul para atrás. Si yo bateo de 5-5 contra ti una temporada y pasan 3 años y me voy de... Ahora llevo de 15-5. La gente va a decir, wow, de 15-5, 3-3-3. Sí, pero tengo de 10-0.
En los últimos 10.
Exacto. Es muy diferente la cosa. Aquí el conteo, nada diferente. 0-2 para Yamamoto con hombre en segunda base. 1-0 al Bravos, tercer inning. Saca fly altísimo, parte izquierda, va en tercera base buscándolo por allá Quique. El boricua capturó y se acabó la entrada. Se tuvo que parar aquí con Baldwin y compañía, pero hace el trabajo el Samurai, un hombre quedó a bordo. Vamos a la cuarta entrada. Chris Sale por ahí viene y los Bravos.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is painting the black. Do you know what it means? Painting the black. When the pitcher throws the ball over the edge of the plate. While home plate itself is white, it's bordered by a black beveled edge, which is usually covered by dirt.
Painted the black with the knuckle curve for Rick Cold strike 3.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's time to step up to the plate and see if you can guess which baseball player or manager said the following.
Tonight I stand here overwhelmed as my name is linked with the great and courageous Lou Gehrig.
That's Cal Ripken Jr. addressing the fans after his 2,131st consecutive game played. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D, the ultimate second screen experience. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $5.99 per month.
Identificando las emisoras en el béisbol de los bicampeones, tus Dodgers. Mookie Betts tiene un sencillo, hasta ahora el único hit contra Chris Sale. Hoy batea tercero Mookie Betts, detrás Freddie Freeman y luego Teóscar Hernández. Sale envía su lanzamiento número 35, es rompiente, ese strike contra Mookie Betts. Y ahora llega la voz con jugada del señor Carlos Álvarez. Adelante.
Gracias, mi estimado José Mota. Lanzamiento.
La costumbre.
No, pero no pasa nada, al contrario. Yo aquí sigo aprendiendo cada día más y más, cada entrada, cada lanzamiento con mi buen amigo y compañero José Mota. Una bola en strike para Mookie Betts, es el único que le ha hecho daño por medio de imparable a Chris Sale en el día de hoy y tiene la ventaja ahora de 2 bolas, un strike en este turno. Esta entrada es patrocinada por Spectrum. Disfruta de velocidades súper rápidas con Spectrum. Obtén internet con la velocidad para todo lo que necesitas. Visita spectrum.com para más información. Se prepara el zurdo. Aquí viene en contra de Betts. Batazo hacia el jardín izquierdo, súper elevado, a tierra de nadie. Bien que la reclama absolutamente nadie. Cae buena y Betts nunca paró de correr. Inclusive, o sea, se arriesgó ahí porque cuando llega el lanzamiento, el tiro hacia Alvis, que estaba en segunda base, llega quieto a segunda base. Alvis, por alguna razón, está tendido todavía en el terreno de juego. Espero que esté bien y al parecer sí, ahí fue rescatado y ayudado a levantarse por Mookie Betts.
Swing grande de Mookie Betts. Parecía que la pelota iba a caminar más, pero fueron detrás de ella. Dubán en el izquierdo, Kim en el campo corto, Riley en tercera base y habían 3. Ahí detrás de ella, al punto donde la tercera base estaba desocupada y fue donde Mookie Betts dobló fuerte por segunda pensando a lo mejor que pudo haber llegado allá a tercera base. La mejor decisión que tomó fue esa, no hacerse ese out allá en tercera base.
Y desde 16-7, Mookie Betts ahora en contra de Chris Sale en este partido de 2-2. Y el lanzamiento es a Freddie Freeman, batazo hacia el jardín central, bastante elevado. Mookie Betts hace la finta como que va a tercera y hubiera llegado porque ese lanzamiento se fue a tercera base, pero ahí estaba Chris Sale para protegerlo también.
Ahí está
el primer out.
Otro turno donde los Dodgers no cumplen la misión de mover el hombre de segunda a tercera base.
you know, there have been more things that have gone wrong than have gone right this year, but I think these guys doing it again and really establishing themselves as legitimate major league pitchers who can be counted upon out of the bullpen. They're two of the good stories this year.
Yeah, we talk so much about hitters having to make adjustments at the plate, whether they're in the big leagues their second year. And pitchers have to do the same because hitters can start getting onto them.
Curveball taken low, 3-2. I mean, Fluharty was for most of the season last year the quote #2 lefty. He's been the #1 lefty this year.
And he will take the ball any day. And he doesn't do it with a wide array of pitches. It's basically cutter sweeper. He's incorporated that changeup a bit this year.
Just down and in. That's ball 4.
Well, Pasquantino was looking back to see maybe if there'd be a challenge. Good pitch. It's a rare fastball from Fisher, but just misses.
So a base runner with a 1 out for Salvador Perez, who is 0 for 2. He chased. Okay, so right now, pretend you're Alejandro Kirk. That happened on that pitch. What's happening now?
Well, I think you're just throwing the slider again. But it's a perfect match because Braden throws a lot of breaking balls, and Perez, especially at this point in his career, not a very good breaking ball hitter. And I don't think you have to be cute and mix in a fastball here. They did earlier with Arrighetti on the mound, but I'm not sure Fisher will. Looks like Braden can manipulate that slider a little bit too. You see how tight that is. It's almost like a cut fastball.
Perez hitting just 182 on breaking balls this year. Hitting 256 on fastballs and with much more power against fastballs as well. Is it another slider? It is. Down and away, ball 1.
And I'm sure they've got all kinds of data that they will use to profile each hitter, but the slug is an important one because it's one thing if guys are getting hits off of a pitch, but you want to know where their power zones are. Where are they doing damage? And if they're doing it on the fastball, what location? But when they're that different, I think you just keep spinning it.
Looks like he went around and he knew it. A curveball to get him. 2 down.
And this is why it's such a benefit for Braden to have 2 different breaking pitches. He was mostly throwing the slider early in the bat, then you give him a totally different look. And Perez is just way out front.
A couple of strikeouts in the inning for Fisher, and here's Isaac Collins, 0 for 2. With the Milwaukee Brewers last year. Has some speed, can play left field, second base.
Doesn't swing the bat a ton. This is a very different at bat than what Fisher just faced Sal Perez. He's got a pretty good knowledge of the strike zone. He'll make you work and make you come into the zone.
Fisher, a guy who relies on batters chasing out of the zone maybe more than most pitchers, right?
Yeah, and even right there, that shows you what a good curveball that was to get a hitter like that to offer at it. Sharp break. That curveball's almost looks like it's straight down.
Fisher is not like Trey Savage over the top or anything like that, but he's up there pretty good. Does that help him as well?
Well, I think so. It's just a bit of a different look. You see so many pitchers now that if they're doing anything, arms are coming lower. The angles are dropping a little bit more of arm health, I'm sure, has to do with that.
Kind of falls off to first base a little bit.
Really
it's probably a bit of a funky look for the hitter.
It looks like it. When he's not pitching well, it'd probably be very easy to say, well, he's pulling off, he's pulling away, he's coming away from the target, but that's kind of his regular delivery falling off to the first base side. Part of his deception.
Popped foul. It remains 2-2. Every now and again with a couple of strikes on a hitter, he'll try to sneak a fastball by the batter, but he relies so heavily on the two breaking balls, the slider and the curveball. At times in his time with the Blue Jays, he's thrown a cutter every now and again, but it's like, you know, he'll take it out and he'll use it for a little while, then he'll say, no, it's not working for me, and he'll put it away. Then maybe a couple of months later he'll try it again. But
I think it's that pitch that he sometimes might feel, just need another, I need something else coming into lefties. Then he throws it and it's like, no, it's not near as good as my slider, so why even throw it?
And not a guy comfortable with a changeup, right?
No, yeah, he's a guy that does not necessarily like to pronate, turn the ball over. He says he's a natural supinator, so that's why the breaking pitches, if you think of the way your hand goes when you supinate. And the curveball and the slider have done him well.
Pasquantino is going to be on the move here, and the 3-2 is lifted to center field, shallow. In comes Straw for the third out. So a nice job by Fisher, a scoreless top of the fifth, and time now to check in with Jamie Campbell for an update.
When Estefano got into a great book on Audible, it gave him a new perspective. That's when he decided to change a few things.
Reveled in the very process of training and improving step by step, day after day, just like that, week after week, month after month, year after year.
His daughter's not as into self-help as a genre.
We're doing our best to make sure every Whopper is your best Whopper, but we know mistakes happen, and we're here to make it right. If your Whopper isn't made your way, we'll remake your Whopper on the spot, and your next one's free. That's the Whopper guarantee, because there's a new king, and it's you.
Groove. It's New York's rhythm. You can feel it in the rallies and the roars. It's what lives in every player chasing history. The U.S. Open, exclusively on ESPN and the ESPN app.
The CW and ESPN are announcing the ultimate team-up as the ESPN app becomes the exclusive streaming home for all CW sports. ESPN Unlimited Plan subscribers can stream more than 800 hours of live premium CW sports alongside everything else the ESPN app offers. Live CW sports streaming exclusively on the ESPN app.
Last call for Looney Dogs Night on Tuesday, September 15th. Round up the crew for this season's final Looney Dogs Night, presented by Schneider's. Visit BlueJays.com/promotions for tickets. September is just around the corner, and that game, September the 15th, will be against the Detroit Tigers on the next to last homestand of the season for the Blue Jays, the last Tuesday night home game. As Cameron pops it up foul, and that's caught. Vinny Pasquantino, just enough room to make the play.
Pasquantino does a very nice job at first base. See him getting over there, knows how much room he has, knows that he's getting close to that short wall. Oh, high five from a fan.
Could be a Gold Glove finalist at first base in the American League. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. could be a Gold Glove finalist as well. Miles Straw didn't like the call, thought it was outside, but he's not going to challenge it. Miles doubled his first time up. One of two hits the Blue Jays have tonight. And the home plate umpire, Mark Wegner, says he went around, and now Straw's unhappy for the second time in the at-bat. Probably hoping for at least an appeal down to first on that play. And that is not the most enjoyable at bat that Miles Straw has had this year, and he's got some words for Mark Wegner on his way back to the dugout.
Well, Noah Cameron has been in complete control here against this Blue Jays lineup, and you know they have not been swinging the bats well lately, but then you get a pitcher coming in that has been throwing the ball very well, and he's got Blue Jays hitters in stitches right now, really mixing a lot of pitches, and you see the frustration is mounting with Miles and with a lot of this Blue Jays lineup. He's used the four-seam fastball and cutter up and in to challenge those hitters. He's used the curveball and slider down and away, mixed in his changeup. I don't think they can really sit on any particular pitch.
Nathan Lucas hit a fly ball to center in his lone at bat tonight. Simeon Woods Richardson now up in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. And a slider is in there as Cameron jumps out in front of 1-2. 18 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings in his last 3 starts. And to make it 19 innings even right now. 5 shutout innings tonight for Cameron. Still 4-0 Royals.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Book tickets for 7 p.m. Get to class. See you at track practice? All right, who can tell me what this is? Zoe. How are you?
Own your day on C Spire's network for connected living. And for a limited time, get a free 5G phone plus prepaid unlimited for just $25 a month. There's more to see at C Spire. Customer inspired.
When Estefanio got into a great book on Audible, it gave him a new perspective. That's when he decided to change a few things.
Reveled in the very process of training and improving step by step, day after day,
Just like that.
week after week, month after month, year after year.
His daughter's not as into self-help as a genre.
It's Halloween time, and Minnie's begun to.
And with the Blue Jays game being on Apple TV Plus tomorrow night, there are some baseball games to watch on both Sportsnet and Sportsnet 1. Tarek Skubal is going to start against the Tigers tomorrow night as the Dodgers go to Detroit. And the Texas Rangers, who are a game ahead of the Blue Jays right now in that muddled wild card race, will be in Milwaukee to take on the Brewers. Tough times for the Tigers right now. They have lost 10 out of 12. And Joe, they're now 5.5 back in the wild card race and would need to pass 6 teams. Under 30 games to go. They're in tough shape right now.
Trade 2 of your starting pitchers in Skubal and Casey Mize. Riley Green hit the injured list. The offense already struggling. And it's falling apart fast in Motown.
Tigers here in the middle of September. Simeon Woods Richardson on the mound.
Woods Richardson has only allowed 2 runs over 17 1/3 innings in pitching in relief for the Blue Jays. He's been up, down, and all around this season. Started in the Twins rotation, and he's going to get an opportunity to get some work in here, trailing by 4. And this is what the Blue Jays need right now, some innings.
7-8-9 for the Royals. This is the left fielder John Rave who takes a strike. Rave has popped up twice tonight, once in foul territory, once in fair territory. Grounds it down to first. Guerrero's going to make the play unassisted for out number 1.
Four-pitch mix for Simeon. Four-seam fastball average just under 93, and he'll use the slider a lot to righties, mix in a split and curveball. And the splitter, like a lot of right-handers, will use that more to the left-handed hitters. Something going down and away from the lefties.
Now the third baseman Josh Rojas takes the curveball down for ball 1. Singleton scored in the second. He's 1 for 2. But in under his hands, it's 2-0. Woods Richardson's first outing of the season when he was still with Minnesota was a start. It was against the Royals, was in that division, so they know him pretty well. And he hasn't changed much from when he was with Kansas City. Blue Jays, maybe it feels like little tweaks here and there, but basically the same guy. Right?
He's not going to overpower you. He's going to have to locate a little bit like what you saw from Chad Dallas last night. locates the pitches, moves them around, mixes it up. He's got a chance to be very successful. But Simeon's pitched very well out of the Blue Jays bullpen when given the opportunity this season.
Fastball in there. It's a full count. Number 9 hitter Kyle Isbell is in the on-deck circle for the Royals. Kansas City had a stretch in May. They lost 16 out of 19, and they fell 15 games below 500 and never were able to get back into it. And a team coming into the season with a lot of high hopes. They played very poorly at the beginning. Then they had a ton of injuries. Now they're somewhat healthier and playing their best baseball of the year, but it's in all likelihood too little too late. But if you're a team in their spot, you're just hoping to end the season on a positive note, see who's a part of the future. And again, in the American League Central, a lot can change from year to year. It is never as tough of a division as the East is. No reason why, yeah, this team could win a lot of games next year. They've got a good young core. That's just low, ball 4.
Discover the magic of BetMGM Casino. Check out a wide variety of table games with a live dealer, roulette, blackjack, and more. Download the BetMGM Ontario app. Please gamble responsibly.
The X is open. Last couple of weeks before Labor Day. Dan Schulman, Joe Siddle, Arden Zwelling, 4-0 Kansas City, top 6.
I think it was part of the reason the Royals didn't do as much as maybe anticipated at the trade deadline, keeping Michael Wacha, keeping Seth Lugo. You had heard those names a lot around the deadline. But Matt Quattraro and his staff, they want to keep those veteran arms for what they're trying to do moving forward.
Get Cole Reagans back next year.
Yeah.
Lined into left center, and this is all kinds of trouble. It's going all the way to the wall, and Rojas is around third. He's going to score without a throw on an RBI double by Isbell that makes it 5-0.
I said he likes to use the splitter more to lefties because it's going away, but how about this piece of hitting by Kyle Isbell? The number 9 hitter stays right on that splitter away and drives it hard into the left center gap, and it rolls all the way to the wall to score Rojas easily. Good piece of hitting.
So it's 5-0 in top of the order. Carter Jensen, who has been on base all 3 times. The first time he homered. The second and third time he was up, he walked. Jensen, part of that young core. He's just 23 years old. A little bit late on the fastball, 1-2. Lays off the curveball. Never even flinched. Didn't offer it that at all. Two guys, David Popkins, Lou Iannotti, who, you know, last year it was the best. They were the 4th highest scoring team in baseball last year. They strung the hits together and they hit for power last year. They did both things. And as good as it was last year for those guys, is as much of a struggle as it has been. And I would imagine they're two of the most frustrated guys in the ballpark.
Yeah, and I always feel with coaches, they're in a tough situation because if you want to heap praise on them, then you're going to end up blaming them this year. I just can't do that. It ultimately lays on the players' shoulders. These are Major League Baseball players. The coaches are there to guide you. Clearly, they did a great job of that. They're not changing their approach. The coaches aren't changing and teaching different things this year.
And Jensen walks for the 3rd time tonight. I would imagine as the season has gone along, they've had to change some of the messaging because some of the things that worked last year just aren't working.
Got to try things
right now. Now you've got some new guys, right, who weren't here last year and maybe don't share the same skill set or hitting philosophy or whatever the case may be. But I'm sure those guys have had a lot of late nights.
Yep.
At home, on the road, whatever, on the plane, in the hotel, just saying.
It's just
what do you think we should try next?
It's just so puzzling to be on top of the league one year and then just completely doing a 180. Yes, injuries are part of it, but I think we'd all agree it's not necessarily the injuries, it's the lack of performance.
First and second one out for Bobby Witt Jr., who's 1 for 3. That curveball finds the zone. 1-1. Well, as you said, they want length from Woods Richardson here. Now they've got Lorenzen, who they just picked up, and he can give multiple innings, but I think those are the only two guys you're going to see in the rest of this game.
Yeah.
Unless the Blue Jays get back into it and Varland gets involved.
Yeah, I had everybody else pretty much down aside from Louis, but you don't want to use Louis in a game like this. That's why we talk about that bullpen game's a wonderful thing, and they had to do it because of the injury to Bieber. It's just those were the circumstances for yesterday, but it does box you out a little bit on nights like this.
Miles opened last night, won a couple of good innings. Brendan Little's pitched each of the last 2 days, one of 4 relievers in the Blue Jays pen who's done that. Play on at second. Oh, that's close.
Good time, and you'll see McAdoo break. Oftentimes that's a catcher dropping his glove as the pitcher's looking at him to initiate that pickoff.
They had a look at it, but no challenge. Now to play, it remains 1-2.
Simeon really using that curveball tonight, and he's trying to use a pitch that's been good to him.
Hit hard to left field, and it's over the head of Cameron and off the wall. This will get Isbell home. Jensen will be stopped at third, an RBI double for Witt to extend the lead.
Couldn't get him with the curveball, came back with a fastball up and out over the plate, and Bobby Witt Jr. was all over this pitch. They've kept him somewhat quiet in this series, but just have a feeling it's a matter of time before he starts squaring some things up.
Infield in now for the Blue Jays as Jack Caglione comes up. He's 2 for 3, including a 2-run single back in the second. And this ball is hit hard into the right field corner. In to score is Jensen. In to score is Witt. Caglione's third hit and third and fourth RBIs tonight. And it's 8-0. And there is fairly loud booing right now here at Rogers Center.
Well, Bobby Witt telling Sal Perez about the movement on some of those pitches, and he went with a curveball again to Caglione, and did he ever launch this thing? If this gets in the air, it's long gone, but you see that just hangs in the middle of the plate. And a good hitter like Caglione will catch up on that. There's a pitcher out there using a certain pitch a lot. Go up there looking for it, maybe.
Now Vinny Pasquantino. There's nobody up in the bullpen, and again, the only other arm they are going to use in a game like this is Michael Lorenzen. It's a good thing they made the move, given the way this game is going right now, to get a fresh arm in here. But they've got to try to get whatever they can get out of Simeon Woods Richardson. A high drive to deep right. And it's gone. A 2-run homer for Pasquantino and a 6-run 6th inning. And the booing is getting louder.
The hits just keep coming for the Royals. Pasquantino again. This is the slider, but it just looks like they're starting to sit on this breaking pitches from Woods Richardson.
Again, a guy who was in their division for a number of years, so probably no surprises in terms of what they are going to see. But boy, have they hit him hard here this inning. And boy, are there some long faces around this ballpark right now. A couple of strikes now on Salvador Perez. Fouled off, still 1-2. Royals are having some fun. They're playing loose right now. They understand where they are in the standings, but they've won 9 out of 10, 9 in a row before last night. Again, a young group. There's a base hit for Perez. And it looks like now maybe they start scrambling in the bullpen at some point. You know, the number of pitches that Woods Richardson has thrown this inning becomes a concern.
They have 11 outs to still get to.
Yeah, like this has Miles Straw written all over it later on. But Michael Lorenzen is obviously going to pitch multiple innings. But again, John Schneider at this point probably just trying to squeeze 3 outs out of Woods Richardson tonight. But then they've still got 3 more innings to cover. There's nobody else available out of the bullpen. As far as we know, anyways. Lorenzen is obviously going to pitch.
Yeah, you're not using Varland on a night like this.
Nope. And everybody else is down, likely down. A couple of strikes on Isaac Collins, and there is Lorenzen, who is going to make his Blue Jay debut at some point tonight.
Those pictures tell the story, don't they?
They do.
It has been another rough one here for the Blue Jays. Oh, now he's throwing over and not holding him on. That's a balk.
That's a balk. Yep.
He didn't know Vladdy was not holding him on.
Nobody on the bag. That's a balk.
Wow.
So was this just indecision on his part, and he figures I'll just throw over, and then obviously Guerrero It's 10-0. You're not holding the guy on.
Yeah, I mean, you have to make sure you let your pitcher know you're not holding him on, that you're playing in behind. I don't know if that happened or not, but not sure why you're throwing over in a 10-0 game anyway. But as you said, maybe it was the pitch clock going down, or did he not really have the sign? The way he threw over there, it looked like it was with intent to pick somebody off. And I'm not sure why in a 10-0 ball game. There's a lot going wrong tonight.
Yes.
That's just one more thing.
And he strikes out Collins for out number 2. So now he'll face the guy who began the inning, John Rave. He got him to ground out harmlessly to first. After that out, 7 consecutive Royals reached base. In the air to shallow left center. In comes Daz Cameron, and finally out number 3, but not before the Royals score 6 times.
What goes in always comes out. OxyClean Max Force tackles tough set-in stains right in the wash. No need to pre-treat. Nice. It's not clean unless it's OxyClean, a must-have for parents.
Gemini on Google Cloud found that multi-run late-inning comebacks rose 34% under a full moon, and the rate for homers that howled over 450 feet more than doubled. Catch the game like never before.
Some say success is about playing to win. What it's really about is planning to win. Cohn-Resnick Industry Advisors help you anticipate the market forces at play for a competitive edge. Be at the forefront.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Big Time Capital One Bank guy. Oh, son.
Mom, please. Oh, that's the thing you say. Yep, there's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking accounts. That's a zinger. Oh, no.
Senior Yuri was voted most likely to bank. Oh, this place is great. We should just move in.
Or just drop by. Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week. My chair would look great here. Son, help me move this ATM. Oh, what's in your wallet? Is nailed down.
Right now, after this game tonight, 27 games remain, 9 3-game series. The Seattle Mariners will be here over the weekend, and then it's a 3-city road trip. The Guardians, Royals, and A's. Again, the Guardians in possession of the 3rd and final wild card spot right now, and then Orioles, Tigers, Rangers, Orioles, all teams again in the hunt for that last wild card spot before they finish off with an interleague series against Cincinnati. A loss tonight would drop them 3.5 out of a playoff spot. And they're down 10-0. 19 consecutive scoreless innings for Noah Cameron over his last 3 starts. Here's Charles McAdoo, who singled in the first and grounded out in the third. His single, one of just 2 hits the Blue Jays have. Miles Straw has a double. That changeup is really good, and that slider is really good. The fastball's not overpowering, but when you mix them with the changeup and the slider, he's got some weapons. You can see even the takes are a little bit jumpy because they've seen so many good changeups down and away and so many good sliders down and in.
And I think with the slider so tight, it probably looks like a fastball for a long time.
Lifted to right field for Caglione. And as you said, he started calling his own pitches just over a month ago, and coincidentally or not, that's when everything changed. He had a 7-start stretch with an ERA of almost 8, and he's been about as good of a pitcher as there has been in the majors ever since that time.
And it may not even just be a slight against his catcher. It may just be that control thing where we got the routine now. I'm going to my device. Boom, this is what I'm doing. And it just really keeps the pace up. He keeps him in sync. And then you have a good game doing it. Well, what do you think is going to happen in the next game? Of course you're going to do it. And then he just kept doing it. So superstitious or whatever, but when you do something and things go well, there's a good chance you're going to do it again if you're a pitcher. And he's been on quite a roll.
Guerrero with a ground ball to second for the second out. And you can hear it at home, so there's no point in us pretending it's not happening. More booing tonight here at Rogers Center.
Not sure what else you can do if you're a Blue Jays fan. The frustration has mounted for months now, and when you have nights like this, the realization of any potential of October baseball continues to fade away. Mentioned all those teams on that upcoming schedule. You got a feeling over the next couple of weeks, some will go a little north, some will go a little south, and some will be right in that mucky middle. They're going to have to straighten things out in a hurry tomorrow night with Dylan Cease on the mound. As I said in the open, it's going to have a lot to do with the Blue Jays lineup. The pitching has been fine. For the most part, they've patched this rotation as much as they could. The bullpen's been outstanding, but the bats just have not been there from day one.
Kirk lines this to right field, and it's over Caglione. Got close to it, but could not make the play. And after 7 at-bats in a row with a really good contact, finally on the 7th one over the last 2 nights, Kirk's finally got a hit.
It looked like Caglione maybe misplayed this just a bit, not knowing it was going to carry as much as it did. But boy, if anybody deserves it, it's Alejandro Kirk, the way he's been hitting the baseball.
And Caglione, all through college, a first baseman, but they've got Vinny Pasquantino, so when they drafted him and he started coming up through the minors, he converted to a right fielder. Now Springer sends one to deep center field, and it's gone. Just beyond the reach of Isbell and just over the wall. First home run in almost a month for George Springer to give the Blue Jays their first 2 runs of the night.
Well, if nothing else, try to get something rolling, get some momentum going into the Mariners series. It's a good sign from George. As you said, it's been a while that we've seen that power stroke.
His 13th of the season.
That good curveball from Cameron. He throws it first pitch. Maybe George went up looking for it, whatever, but he stays on that baseball very well, straight away center field.
Great effort by Isbell, but just enough from Springer to get it over the wall. 404 feet. The distance on that home run. Now Okamoto lifts one to deep left. And I think that is gone. No, it's called in play. The initial call by the second base umpire, Carlos Torres, says that ball is in play. There will be a crew chief review, but at the moment it's a double.
Did it land on top of the wall or did it hit the railing?
This is a crew chief review for a possible home run.
No, that's a double. Good call. Boy. Less than a foot away.
Yeah. Right off the top of the padding.
Yep. Some of the fans seem to be seeing something different than you and I think we're seeing. That looked like it was in play. It hit the blue padding right at the top of the wall. Did not get up and hit the railing. So that should remain a double.
After review, the call confirmed the ball was in play.
So a single for Kirk, a home run for Springer, a double for Okamoto. And now here's Ernie Clement. So the scoreless streak for Noah Cameron is snapped this inning. Covering 19 full innings heading into this inning here. Clement is 0 for 2. Inside at the knees, ball 1. That's over Cameron, and they're not going to get him. A good effort by Collins, but that'll be an infield hit for Clement.
This was a curveball that broke inside off the plate. Ernie gets totally jammed, and Collins does all that he can. Plays it on a couple of hops and flips it over there as quickly as possible, but Ernie just beat it out, smelling that base hit as soon as he saw it land over the pitcher's head.
Remember, Ernie was out on a very close play last time, safe on a very close play here. So the inning continues, 1st and 3rd, 2 down. And the batter is going to be Daz Cameron after a visit to the mound from the pitching coach, Brian Sweeney. There's nobody up in the pen for the Royals. Cameron is 0 for 2. Just low, ball 1. Grounded down to 3rd, and the short way to 2nd to force Clement and end the inning. 2 on the Springer homer, now 10-2 Kansas City.
The all-new iPhone 17 Pro is the ultimate pro. And once you experience it, you'll want to experience even more. More close-ups. More perspective. More joy. And with C Spire's network for connected living, well, there's more to see. And right now, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with a new line. C Spire. Customer inspired.
We're doing our best to make sure every Whopper is your best Whopper, but we know mistakes happen, and we're here to make it right. If your Whopper isn't made your way, we'll remake your Whopper on the spot, and your next one's free. That's the Whopper guarantee, because there's a new king, and it's you.
When Estefanio got into a great book on Audible, it gave him a new perspective. That's when he decided to change a few things.
Reveled in the very process of training and improving step by step, day after day.
To receive the call of a lifetime, Buck Martinez is going to be calling the winner of the Hall of Excellence 50-50 jackpot from Jays Care. The draw goes on Sunday. Visit bluejays.com/5050 to get your tickets now from participating provinces. And again, Saturday is going to be a very special day here at the ballpark as Buck is inducted into the Hall of Excellence. It will be a great scene, great memories, a lot of emotion. I'm sure Buck's speech is going to be great. Everybody looking forward to it. Blue Jays debut for Michael Lorenzen.
Michael Lorenzen was just picked up after being released from the Colorado Rockies. He is 34 years old. He's pitched for 7 different teams over his 12 seasons. This year, he pitched in 26 games, made 25 starts for the Rockies. The ERA was over 7, and the Blue Jays need some innings, so they called upon the veteran right-hander. He's pitched for the Reds, was originally drafted by Cincinnati. Angels, Tigers, Phillies, Rangers, and these Kansas City Royals the last couple of seasons.
First pitch swinging. Josh Rojas grounds one out to Charles McAdoo. And so Lorenzen knows the guys he's facing. They know him. Back in the day when National League pitchers still hit, Michael Lorenzen was known as about as good a hitting pitcher as there was. You can see by looking at him, he knows where the gym is. He knows where the weight room is. John Schneider was asked tongue-in-cheek, obviously, about, hey, did you bump into Lorenzen in the weight room today? He goes, yeah, we were kind of doing the same sort of thing, same routine, like joking, obviously. I mean, Lorenzen is as strong as they get. And again, just a veteran guy, a guy who can eat up innings with all the injuries they've had. You know, the recent wave, the Savage and Tyone and Bieber. It's about all they can do is just try to pick up as many arms as they can and see who might last, see who can give them bulk innings. Three-0 on Kyle Isbell. Alex Lang is now up in the bullpen for the Royals. Kansas City's going to Cleveland after the game tonight. Got a weekend series with the Guardians. And again, unless the Blue Jays play really well the last month of the season, none of it's going to matter. But the Blue Jays will turn into Royals fans beginning tomorrow night and hope that they can do some damage to Cleveland, the team that occupies the final wild card spot. Up high, ball 4. Top of the order, Carter Jensen. A home run in the first and 3 walks since. Given the margin, Guerrero obviously playing behind the runner, Isbell at first.
And made sure to let his pitcher know.
Yes. Lifted towards the left field corner. Daz Cameron going into foul territory. Can't come up with it, but it is a foul ball. So it is 1-2.
Not a whole lot of room once you get beyond that foul line in the corners here. Cameron knows the wall is coming up quickly. Just comes up empty.
And a swing and a miss. Lorenzen strikes out Jensen as we check in with Arden Zwelling.
Well, some folks might remember Michael Lorenzen was once a two-way player. He played center field for Cincinnati. He has a 710 OPS in nearly 150 career plate appearances with 7 home runs. The Blue Jays don't plan to tap into that side of his game unless it's an emergency, but he did tell me he brought his batting gloves to Toronto just in case.
Well, if they ever get in that kind of a situation, run out of bodies, and they need a pitcher to hit, much to Max Scherzer's chagrin, I think Michael Lorenzen moves ahead of him.
We'll let him plead his case.
Yeah. A strike, and it's 1-1 to Bobby Witt Jr. 2 for 4 tonight, including an RBI double his last time up.
Couple of breaking pitches, change-up, cutter to go with his 2 fastballs.
Being a pitcher with Colorado just seems like a tough way to make a living.
Tough assignment. Yeah.
The numbers were better away from Colorado than at Coors Field, as they almost always are for a pitcher. Down the left field line, foul. But I would think there might be even some sort of a carryover effect where, yeah, it's better getting away, but you can get messed up just from all the damage done to you there, and you try to change things even when you're on the road.
Yeah, that's probably the bigger issue for pitchers pitching for the Rockies, is they'll say that it's the back and forth. You can get accustomed to Colorado, even though it's not ideal pitching in the thin air, but going back and forth, and you're constantly adjusting and caught in between. It's amazing when you think about pitchers in Colorado, and of course we've been there, and we have those discussions for 3 days every time we go play a series in Colorado, but the pitchers will talk about the breaking pitches not quite breaking as sharp. Good hitters environment.
Yeah, there are multiple issues. The breaking pitches don't move as much. The ball obviously flies, carries more. To compensate for that, the outfield there is huge. The fences are deeper, but that gives the outfielders way more ground to have to cover in the outfield, and now hits are dropping in front of them too. Like it's a multitude of issues there. This is popped up in foul territory. Kurt's got it.
Start my weekend.
Own your day on the network for connected living. There's more to see. Right now, get 4 free 5G phones and 4 lines for only $35 a month with a 5-year price lock. C-Spire. Customer inspired.
If you have moderate to severe eczema, Dupixent can help you feel the heal. Some adults saw fast itch relief after first dose and long-lasting clearer skin at 1 year. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
KFC's new bold and tangy Hot Ranch Big Dip. More dipping, more dunking, more drenching. With your double crispy hot wings and wedges. It's Big Dip Energy. New Hot Ranch Big Dip. Only at KFC.
That's First Take, ladies and gentlemen.
Sign up to become a Rogers customer and watch for Canada's winning inning. When the Blue Jays get a hit, you could win exclusive 50th season prizes. Visit Rogers.com today. Well, how cool is that? And again, Buck's going to be here in the ballpark Saturday, inducted into the Hall of Excellence. That's a 1980s baseball card if I ever did see one. Huh?
Topps, though, right?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time way back, I think Topps was the only company that existed.
All Royals, with the exception of the George Springer home run on the bottom of the 6th. They're up 10-2 going bottom 7, and here's right-hander Alex Lane.
Alex Lane has pitched parts of 6 seasons in the big leagues. 5 of those were with Detroit. He actually saved 26 games back in 2023. 49 games this year. He leads the Royals relievers in innings pitched, and he's just trailing John Schreiber in appearances.
Miles Straw is going to lead it off. Straw doubled in the 2nd and struck out in the 5th. He'll be followed by Nathan Lucas and then Charles McAdoo. And it's quickly 0-2. Lorenzen getting to know his new pitching coach and Pete Walker after that first inning in a Blue Jays uniform. Be interesting to see over the next few days. There will be more moves on the roster, as there have been so often this year. Jameson Taillon is expected to throw a rehab outing tomorrow and hoping to return during the Cleveland series. Josh Smith is in a rehab game with Buffalo tonight as Carter Jensen is shaken up. Smith played, or is playing, second base tonight, is supposed to play third base tomorrow night. He is eligible to rejoin the Blue Jays on Tuesday, and then Tuesday is also when the rosters expand and you can add 2 players. It'll be 1 pitcher, 1 hitter. So again, there are going to be multiple moves coming up in the next few days.
The pitching moves are forced to an extent with having to use the bullpen so much. Those ones are obvious, but yeah, it'll be interesting. John Schneider was asked about that the other day, and in terms of adding a bat, Sean Keyes could be that bat, looking for some pop.
Keyes playing left field for Buffalo tonight. The first time he has ever, that we can find, played the outfield. Didn't play it in the minors, didn't play it in college, hasn't played it in the minors, didn't play it in college, but they are trying to see what Keyes looks like in the outfield because they've got a first baseman, they got a third baseman, they got a couple DHs.
Lots of DHs and left fielders, right?
And Straw's going to challenge this.
Pitch is called. Batter's challenging.
This closer look is brought to you by Specsavers. Is it ball 4 or strike 3? It's ball 4.
Ball's overturned ball.
Miles by less than 1/10 of an inch. So a leadoff walk to bring up Nathan Lucas, who's 0 for 2.
Has there been a challenge tonight?
That was the first one.
First one.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm trying to think of.
I believe so.
Yeah. I try to document. That's the first one I've documented.
Yeah. Confirming with the truck that is the first challenge tonight by either side.
I think that one felt really good for Miles because he was right over the home plate umpire who's been at odds with tonight.
That's right. He had words for Mark Wegner in his last at bat. Hit for Lucas. Straw up to second, and the first 2 have reached base.
Well, Nathan falling behind 0-2, but he just shortens things up with 2 strikes. It looked like he's just going to let this ball get deep, let it travel, not to be fooled, and he handles the breaking pitches down so well.
First and second, nobody out for Charles McAdoo, who's 1 for 3, had a base hit in the first. Grounded to third, to second one, on to first for the double play. Hit it hard, but unfortunately hit it right at the third baseman.
And when you hit it right to an infielder, this is an easy double play for the Royals to go around the horn, and Alex Lane gets the ground ball. He's looking with pretty much sinker slider against these right-handed hitters, and that sinker was down and in.
So runner at third, 2 down. Here's Guerrero, 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch popped up foul, back out of play. The 1-1. And that's grounded down to third. Another play for Rojas, and that'll end the inning. On to the 8th, still 10-2 for the Royals, and time now for a Blue Jays Central update with Jamie and Kevin.
Start my weekend.
Own your day on the network for connected living. There's more to see. Right now, get 4 free 5G phones and 4 lines for only $35 a month with a 5-year price lock. C-Spire. Customer inspired.
We're doing our best to make sure every Whopper is your best Whopper, but we know mistakes happen, and we're here to make it right. If your Whopper isn't made your way, we'll remake your Whopper on the spot, and your next one's free. That's the Whopper guarantee, because there's a new king, and it's you.
This is Zach. He's a social media influencer. There's a lot young homeowners don't understand about the internet.
People just watch you watching videos?
Yeah, it's a reaction video.
Oh.
You must be good at reacting to videos.
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
Oh, this is me trying on hats.
Oh. So you sell hats?
No.
So you work for the thrift store?
I was just trying them on, film myself.
Why'd you do that?
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
This is just you opening a box of sneakers.
The CW and ESPN are announcing the ultimate team-up as the ESPN app becomes the exclusive streaming home for all CW sports.
After that Guerrero ground out, he has made his way back to the third base dugout. John Schneider has, with the score being what it is, taken him out of the game. Brandon Valenzuela has now come into play first. You kind of knew there would be a change or two. The only question was, would Valenzuela come in for Kirk or come in for Guerrero? The choice is Guerrero here going to the 8th. Michael Lorenzen back on the mound. And another night where Guerrero undoubtedly ponders how this could all have gone so poorly for him. There's a base hit into left center field. Cameron's going to cut it off, but Caglione is on his way to second and in there with a double.
All you can do is keep going with a month left in this season, but I'm sure he, like a lot of Blue Jays fans, are just almost fast forwarding to 2027. Yes, there's still an in here. Yes, there's a month to play, but you just haven't seen the signs that some hitters you might say, oh, it might take one swing and you might get back and have a hot month, but you're just not seeing that, and it's been 5 months already.
Vinny Pasquantino homered his last time up. And that's going to get into right field, a base hit. Caglione is around third on his way to the plate and will score standing up to make it 11-2. And there are no answers right now. They need Lorenzen to get the last 6 outs here tonight, unless they go to a position player, to Miles Straw or somebody like that. But again, you see the looks on the faces of the fans who have been so incredibly supportive all season long.
What this team brought this fan base last year. And it certainly spilled over into the season, but it just has not gone right since the beginning. And now we're starting to see it late in the season as it's built so much over these last 5 months.
One and one on Salvador Perez. Up and in, 2-2. And a fly ball to right field. Lucas is there for the first out. Isaac Collins, the batter. He's 0 for 4. According to StatCast, Michael Lorenzen has thrown 7 different types of pitches already here tonight. You talked about some of the pitches he throws. The four-seam fastball more than anything else, but sweeper, sinker, curveball, cutter, changeup, slider. Basically, if you've heard of it, he's got it.
He's got it. Well, and you get to the latter stages of your career too, and you've pitched a long time. I'm sure you get very creative. Kirk's still looking at his wrist there to see where he wants to go with all those pitches. It's so tough in an 11-2 ball game. As a catcher, you're back there and you just want to like get this thing over with, but at the same time you've got a pitcher on the mound that trying to make a living too, right? So you want to make sure that you're engaged and into it for his sake as well.
To right center field, and it's going to get down. Lucas with a nice stop to keep it from getting to the wall, but it'll still be a double for Collins as Pasquantino stops at third.
Flat changeup just stayed up even though it's out over the plate. I've always said these changeups, if they're down, it's an entirely different story on the outside edge of the zone, but if they're up, you can still cover them as a left-handed hitter and pull them on a line.
So second and third, one out for John Rave, looking for his first hit of the night. He is 0 for 4. Blue Jays infield kind of halfway right now. Miss inside to make it 3-0. Jose Cuas is now up in the Royals pen, a guy who was briefly a Blue Jay a couple of years ago, and he's a low leverage guy for Kansas City. He's going to get an inning of work. Ground ball to first. Valenzuela unassisted for the second out. Runners hold. Strike to jump out in front of Josh Rojas. 0-1. Checked it on that one. Dylan Cease on the mound tomorrow night when the Blue Jays open up a series with the Seattle Mariners, who are in a similar spot as the Blue Jays right now, really in a number of respects. I mean, remember, those were the two teams that met in the ALCS last year. And incredibly high hopes coming into the year for the Mariners, same as the Blue Jays. Superstar struggling mightily, Raleigh, like Guerrero. And the Mariners at the moment a game behind the Blue Jays. It'll be a half game after this one, barring an enormous comeback. But things looking about the same for the Mariners as they are for the Blue Jays right now. Lorenzen strikes out Rojas, and that ends the top of the 8th.
Answer your phone. We need a girls' day.
Introducing $1 a day wireless from C Spire. Call, text, stream, and connect all day long for just $1. And then do the same again tomorrow. There's more to see. That's C Spire. Customer inspired.
We're doing our best to make sure every Whopper is your best Whopper. But we know mistakes happen, and we're here to make it right. If your Whopper isn't made your way, we'll remake your Whopper on the spot. And your next one's free. That's the Whopper Guarantee. Because there's a new king, and it's you.
When Matthias started listening to a great story on Audible,
Chapter 1.
he didn't exactly consider himself a reader
Transformation occurred.
or a runner.
The damn llama was even bigger than I expected. It turned its scorched and tan-colored head to glare at me.
Saturday for sure in honor of Buck Martinez.
Be a lot of fun for the fans in this building to see Buck in person. Everybody on our telecast will hear Buck speak, and everyone else, it's going to be a fantastic day honoring a great one.
Bottom of the 8th inning, and here is the aforementioned Jose Cuas into work for the Kansas City Royals.
Just 12 games this season for Cuas, but they've gone very well. He's pitching in his 4th big league season, very briefly for the Blue Jays, 4 games in 2024.
And some defensive changes as Tolbert now comes in for Witt at short. Matthew Lugo is in left field. Rave moving to center, so Isbell is out of the game. And the batter is Alejandro Kirk. 1 for 3, had a base hit and scored his last time up.
Real sidearm delivery from Cuas, almost straight out to the side.
He does this thing once in a while, kind of like a double clutch, where he'll like start up with the left knee, bring it back down, start up again, and then pitch, just to try to mess up the hitter's timing. I hope he doesn't do that in an 11-2 game. I think that would be frowned upon given the margin right now. Ground ball to third. Kirk retired.
Speaking of frowned upon, did you see some of what went on with the Diamondbacks?
With
Merrill Kelly and the Cubs?
Yeah.
Pete Crow Armstrong. I mean, I thought Pete Crow Armstrong had a beef though. Did you see Eduardo Rodriguez? He began his delivery, and as soon as he broke for home, he took his foot off the rubber behind it and threw it home, but nobody caught it, so they called it no balk.
And Pete Crow Armstrong, and I'll take a couple of choice words out of it, but basically said, there are 4 of you. How could none of you have seen that? And he was right.
Yeah. They've had a lot of emotion rolling in that series. Yeah. They had some sign stealing going on.
Another good swing by Springer, who homered his last time up. He's now been on base 3 times tonight, 2 hits and a walk.
The Diamondbacks were accusing the Cubs' third base coach in the third base coach's box for picking up pitches from the pitcher, grips from Merrill Kelly. So they thought they had his changeup grip and maybe relaying it to the hitters. So there was a lot of yelling going back and forth, but I find, and I know we always talk about between the lines, I say on the field of play. And if a third base coach is in his box where he's supposed to be and he can pick up a grip of the ball, to me that's fair play. You have to be better.
And Kelly was very upset about it, but I think after the fact Torey Lovello said just what you said right now.
Yeah, so I was an old teammate of Torey Lavello's. We had lots of talks about the game itself, and I can see exactly where Torey would stand on that. He's got to be better. Got to be more discreet. Part of the reason why the first and third base coaches now have to be in their coaches' boxes or around it. Last year we saw coaches ranging all the way down the left field line or right field line and get a good little angle at pitchers' grips.
Ground ball to third and a 5-4-3 double play. End of 8. 11-2 Royals.
This is the Burger King Original Chicken Sandwich. Yeah, the long one. Try the classic. Or the crunchy, creamy, loaded jalapeno. Or the smoky, bacony club. This lineup is loaded with flavor for days.
So what do you love about golf?
I suppose out on the golf course is where I feel most like myself.
Yeah, but in one word, what do you love about golf?
When Matthias started listening to a great story on Audible,
Chapter 1.
he didn't exactly consider himself a reader
Transformation occurred.
or a runner.
The damn llama was even bigger than I expected. It turned its scorched and tan-colored head to glare at me.
But after 2 accidental marathons
Drop the boom, baby!
and a story this good, he thought, maybe one more chapter.
I really needed pants.
It's Halloween time, and Minnie's begun to brew up delights and spine-tingling fun. Tricks and treats at every corner to be seen. Frightful fun for the whole family at the happiest Halloween.
Yips, maybe tennis has ever seen that header bring in.
That was something that no one had ever seen before, ever.
G League Winter Showcase in Orlando. Stay tuned for the second half coming up after this.
A 9-run lead right now for the Royals going to the 9th inning. And John Schneider's going to do something he's had to do on a handful of occasions this year. Earlier on in the year with Tyler Heineman, more recently with Miles Straw. Straw is on to pitch here in the top of the 9th inning. Coming in from center field. Jesus Sanchez is in the game in left as Cameron has moved to center. For Miles, this is his 4th pitching appearance of the season, and they don't square him up. And that drops. Somehow that dropped between McAdoo and Valenzuela. It will go as a base hit.
I don't know if nobody called it